The Story of the Chinese Farmer, a Chinese fable popularized by the philosopher Alan Watts, tells the story of a man who receives what many would consider to be good and bad fortune, but reacts in an unintuitive, but profoundly beneficial way. This video will give the story and its meaning in just a few minutes. Once upon a time there was a Chinese farmer who managed a small farm with only a few animals, including a single horse. One day, the horse ran away. All the farmer's neighbors commiserated his loss and the trouble and further misfortune it would likely cause him. But, the farmer simply said that the event was not yet surely fortunate or unfortunate. The next day, the horse came back bringing several wild horses with it, and everybody who had commiserated the farmer previously, was now joyous because of his good luck. The farmer again remained calm and said that the event had not yet become fortunate. The following day his son tried to tame one of the horses, and while riding it, he was thrown and broke his leg. The neighbors, having heard of this new trouble and concerned that the farm would still fall on hard times, attempted again to console the farmer. But the farmer responded again, without any strong reaction, that the event was not yet surely unfortunate. The next day, officers of the emperor's army came through the village to conscript able-bodied people into the army. Due to the broken leg the farmer's son was not taken. Again, all the neighbors declared it to be good fortune and again the farmer merely declared, maybe. The moral of the story is clear. We will all be affected by good and bad events throughout our lives, and every event has ripple effects which will lead to further positive and negative outcomes, which we cannot know. The farmer knew this and despite his tenuous circumstances seemingly approaching ruin on 2 occasions, he resolved to remain calm and continue working, accepting events, and adjusting his life to suit his new circumstances. The takeaways are numerous. Firstly, some things which happen in your life are within your control, and some things you can affect, but most things are outside your control. Therefore, it is necessary to focus on the controllable and affectable things and don't let the rest divert you from your path to your goal. Secondly, your reaction is very important. If you react to everything and let your mind be clouded with the emotional fallout of good and bad events, you will lose sight of the correct way through. Thirdly, there is a cultural element to this story which is significant. The story doesn't tell us how the farmer changes his actions to accommodate the events in the story. If we are to assume he simply kept working through tasks as before, then we can say he was going around the problems, which means he was letting problems exist and going a different way, which prevents slowdown, but doesn't address the problem for next time. If he were taking time away from his tasks to actively seek replacement horses or farmhands, then we could say he is attempting to push through the problem, rather than go around. This may lead to more permanent solutions, but at a cost of effectiveness and time. These differing approaches to problem solving are one of the differences between how people from Eastern and Western cultures address issues. You never know what the consequence of fortune, or misfortune, will be. Labeling experiences as bad or good does us a disservice. Good and bad cannot exist without each other. In the grand scheme of the world, every event, from the smallest to the biggest, man-made or natural, is both good and bad for infinite reasons.
MA